Hey, folks, NXT DeadLine just went off the air. We're here with a review. We're here to talk some NXT DeadLine. It should be a fun conversation, and I hope you guys are ready to talk. This is the last PLE of the pay-per-view. Oh my goodness. The last pay-per-view of the year, and we're going to review it right after these words, right after this intro. See you on the other side.
All you haters and you bust.
Yo, what up? This is Jesus. I made it sound like I'm so New York. You gotta forgive me. NXT went off the air. It took me a while to get ready and stuff like that. This is a solo stream, by the way. And if you guys couldn't tell by the name, I am the Grand Poobah, Bad Guy Jack. Just say I'm never late, even though I technically was late. But Deadline just went off the air. We had 5 matches. I thought it was a fun pay-per-view. I did miss, honestly, the first match, the women's Iron Survivor Challenge, but credit to my co-host on Tuesday nights. She gave me some notes. I was able to talk a little bit with her, and she was able to break down stuff that was going on in that very first match, because once I got in, I was able to catch the Isla Dawn, and I want to make sure I got this right, Alba Fyre match. And also, let's talk about New Day. I don't think anyone went into this match with New Day and Pretty Deadly and thought that we were going to get a change, right? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Iron Survivor Challenge. I almost said the Iron Claw. We're going to talk about that with the males, which was really good. That was the first match I was able to, that first Iron Survivor match I was able to see, and it was really good. It's an interesting concept. It was a test run to see what this could be, and from what I saw, it was great. And then we're going to talk about that main event with Apollo. Oh shit, it's Apollo Crews. Hashtag oh shit, it's Apollo Crews. And Mr. Wolf himself, Braun Breaker. So why don't we talk about the first? I don't know why I had this in my hand. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do with my hands, and I just had to have this in my hand. So let me remove this as that falls, as everyone sees how much of a klutz I am. Let's talk about this first match. Shout out again to my co-host for the notes. So we got Roxanne. She comes out first, and it's her against Zoe. I'm pretty sure they did some Zoe and Roxanne stuff, and then we eventually get Kiana James. So from what I was understanding here is that Kiana James really shined a lot in this match. And something I was telling my co-host was that it was really good that she was in this match, because you got someone like Roxanne, Cora, Zoe, and Indy. And when I look at Roxanne and Cora, they're pretty much like someone that they're really going to get behind. Then you have Indy, who has been a mainstay with NXT for, I don't know. I mean, you guys will be able to correct me on how long she's been there, but she's been there for a long time. And then I said Roxanne, Cora. I want to make sure I get all these names. And Zoe, who's already in a feud with Nikita. So you got Kiana there, and to see her, from what I'm understanding, because I didn't see this match, I don't want to lie to the people, but I heard that she did a tremendous job out there. She was selling, and she was looking really good. We got Roxanne for the win, and that was my pick. I want to know what you guys think about her getting the win. I know I didn't break down the matches and the suicide dives and the drop toe holds and everything. I'm pretty sure you guys already seen it. But from what I'm understanding from this match, let me read some notes here. Cora Jade comes out. Cora pins Kiana. And the thing with this Iron Survivor match, in case you guys don't know, it's pretty much an Iron Man match. Elimination Chamber, King of the Mountain kind of feel. If you get pinned, you put on timeout because you lost. And when you lose, you get put on timeout. I want to make sure I got my notes. My phone just closed on me. Get together, iPhone. But Cory pins Kiana. Indy comes out. Indy pins Roxanne. I see a spot where Kiana throws Zoe over the barricade. Roxanne pins Zoe, and she pins Cora, her former best friend. And that's how you send a message to your former best friend. I love stuff like this. So good for Roxanne. She got the win. But now I ask you guys in the chat, do you see her now being the next in line to go against Mandy Rose? Do you see her as someone to take the championship? For me, I just don't. I'm conflicted because it's like kind of yeah. And then kind of for me is I would go with Cora to be the champion. Like she would win the championship first and then Roxanne. But I do want to hear what you got. Oh! We have H-Man in the chat. I see you see the superior. What is going on? But H-Man is in the chat. I missed you on Tuesdays. People were very rude to me. I let you know that. Matter of fact, open the door for the people who are rude. Rude people, you are out of the Jackpack community. Kick them out, H-Man. That's what I'm talking about. But I do want to hear what you guys think about this pay-per-view called Deadline. I'm going to get into the H-Man was not on timeout, George. You're on timeout. Matter of fact, you are out of the Jackpack community. Get out. I'm just so happy H-Man is here because we are going to be trio champions. That's what the door's open and I got a list. Round of applause for H-Man. I'm glad that you're here. This is tremendous. Now the show is on fire. I might just end the show. Matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, good night. I'm sorry. I've had a little bit of the bubbly. So yeah, Roxanne wins, but I do want to go what you guys think about her winning. Who was your guys' pick? Because some people picked Indy, and I was starting to fall for the Indy too, because like I was telling my co-host, she had that really good promo on Tuesday. It was really good. She was straight to the point. Like, this is my time. You've held this women's division on women's division on lockdown for a long period of time, but now I'm gonna take it from you. So it did make me believe that she had an opportunity to do it. She didn't get the win. And real quick, I just want to tell you the scores here. We have Zoe won. Kiana got nothing. Kind of remind me of JD Madonna. We'll get to him later. Roxanne 2, Cora 1, Indy 1. When I get an opportunity, I'm gonna watch this match back. I heard it was really, really good. I see in the chat, shout out to the captain. Let's get a damn she's great in there, please. But we see that she's sick for Indy. I'm sick for Indy. Happy Roxanne. Happy for Roxanne though, but all right, Booker getting emotional. I will share that picture where he was very happy that one of his students. I mean, I saw the picture. He looked like he was really choked up by that. So, you know, good for Roxanne, and let's see what happens here. I do want to get into the chat because you guys are a big part of the show. So thank you for tuning in. You guys are phenomenal. It is 10:48, and you guys are crazy to be here. So, listen, you know the deal. I mean, if you're a regular, you already know. Give us a like, give us a love, give us a share. And I hope you guys are enjoying this review. We got George. He says, what's up? What up, Georgia? We got NXT DeadLine. It was a good show. It was a good show. I would even ask you guys, what do you think was the weakest match of the night? Like, what was to you like, this was great, but compared to these other matches, this one was number 5. So what was your favorite match and what was your weakest match? Let's talk about it. Congratulations to Roxy and Perez on winning the women's Iron Survivor match. Contender, we got the captain in the house. Contender for show of the year, 100%. 100%. I always image she says it like that, 100%. We got Queen Sawyer. How are you? I'm good, George. How are you? I don't even know if George, you didn't even answer the question. No, he does answer. I am good. He said, I said that what if New Day wins the championship? This blew my mind. I know we're going to get to it, but whoa. Did not even think there was a chance or an opportunity for them to win, and they did it. I had to even sit here and say, we have predictions here. We have a poll. And when New Day won, I'm so happy. I love New Day. I love the success. And never bought a box of Bootios. Never will either. But when they won, I said, God, I said, damn, y'all always ruining everything for me, bro. But good for them. We got Jeffrey says, what up, buddy? What up? What up, dog? My dog. Kiana didn't get a win. No, she didn't. Let's see if Jack is everyone's name. Wow. 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 We have a lot of. I can smell the rudeness in the air. How dare you? She did a moonsault off the barricade and a Spanish fly. She was cooking. Who did? I didn't get who did that. So please say for me who did that. JD and Kiana were the workhorse of the matches with no falls. Yeah, they were the workhorse. Sir, madam. We got see the superior. I dominate her in UPR battle. I always beat her. I always win. We got. I did not watch the show, but you know what? It's Sunday here. I got no work, and I saw how y'all treated the Grand Poobah last two. He didn't like that. I made sure to let him know. Cory deserved that. Roxanne Perez has to take the title off Mandy Rose. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm just ready for anyone to take the championship off her. Does she do it? I hope so. Like I said before, my vision was definitely Cory winning the championship, and then she wins the championship off Cory. But maybe it's the other way around. So I don't know for fact, but that was my vision. Here we go. I'm gonna make sure I get all these things. I was picking Roxanne. I was sick for Indy. George, you tried to put our leader through the door. You could pass through the same door. I appreciate that. I had Roxanne winning. So we had a lot of people already having Roxanne. George, you're too far from being a nice. I love when the chat just gets so wild. Warman, where is Warman? Warman, where are you? Warman, where the hell are you? We need you. Let's get to the next match because there's only 5 matches. I'm just keeping you guys here because I want to talk to you guys. I'm in a talkative mood. I hope you guys are too. But we have Isla Dawn against Alba Fyre. My Uber. I took an Uber, and I got to give a shout out to my Uber driver. He didn't talk to me. Because sometimes Uber drivers want to tell me everything, and I'm like, bro, I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm not Murray. I know his last name began with a P. I don't know how to pronounce his name. We'll call him Murray P. I'm not those guys. So he didn't talk to me. He didn't bother me. So I got home just in time just to catch Isla Dawn against Alba Fyre. And I figured Isla Dawn had to win. She had to take this win. She's new to the brand. Doesn't do anything to Alba Fyre. I didn't think this match was anything spectacular. It got to the point. It did what it had to do. But what it taught me was I would never, ever. I need to drink some water for that because I lost my voice. I would never get in the ring with no damn Alba Fyre. I mean, not Alba. Maybe Alba Fyre either, too, because she does fire stuff. But Isla Dawn had this moment in the match where she poisons the ref. All she did was touch his ankle. And then the guy started, like, throwing up green. I feel like there's a story I want to tell you guys because I went to go see a friend today, and I got on the train and someone threw up on the thing, and I smelled the throw up. Throw up smell is awful. It will mess you up. So this homeboy, like she touches his ankle or rubs his ankle. I don't know. It's some kind of kink. He's throwing up. Alba Fyre is like, whoa, what the hell just happened in front of me? This ref is choking. Hopefully he got a good medical coverage because I don't know if they cover witchcraft. It's awful. And then another ref comes in, and I laughed at this ref so much. This ref was hilarious to me. What made me laugh about this ref was that he stayed so far away for Isla Dawn. Like he just did not want to be near this woman at all. It was a kink because she rubbed the dude's ankle. That I don't know. That ankle kink is a thing. I just know. Isla Dawn, the ref tried to stay far away from this guy, far away from her, and she just was like, he just didn't want to have anything to do with her. She hit this finisher. I wasn't a big fan of the finish. Like the finish, it was supposed to be like a final cut, but it was like she smashed. It just didn't look good to me. I wasn't really a big fan of the finisher, but she gets the win. Not surprised there. I don't know what's going on in the chat here. but she does a great job. I see H-Man saying he's saying some H-Man stuff. He's saying she's killing. She's doing a great job being a witch. She's nailing being the witch of NXT. So, and I guess like that supernatural character, it kind of, you know what, when she rubbed the ref's ankle and he threw up, it give you that reminder of like when Undertaker had something where I think he gave Ultimate Warrior like a plague and he started bleeding and then throwing up. It was a wild time. I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, but I watched the replay. I was sitting there saying, I don't know what the hell is happening here, but I know for a fact that I am going to be watching wrestling for the rest of my life. We got in the chat, Warman beat up everybody. Miss Warman, I don't know where you at. NXT Vengeance Day is in February. Yes, it's in February. They're traveling too. I forgot the location. I put it somewhere somewhere in one of my notes, but they are traveling. So I think that's great stuff for them. So tremendous stuff. We got, I just want Roxanne to step her mic game up a little bit because her win would be great, but her reign would suck if she doesn't step up. I have faith in her that she will be able to step up to the plate. You know, I have faith in her doing that. We got Warman is in. Now it's a party. Here, Warman is here. I thank you for being here, Warman. Great job. I agree. Himanshu. See, I said that right. Himanshu. I made sure I knew how to pronounce your name, but I'm gonna still call you H-Man because it's easy for me. Yeah, Roxanne sounds a little timid on the microphone. Give her time. I think she could grow into something. She just needs more reps. I'm a believer. If you give someone more reps, more matches, more time on the mic, they can eventually come out of their shell and do something. So give it time. I just say give it time. I saw that. That's how the witch magic works. All you need is a touch. Yeah, touch the ankles and someone will throw up. That's why I'm always wearing long johns so no one can touch my ankles. You have to be prepared. In the words of Alba Fyre, Isla Dawn is not a true warrior. I love that there was 2 A's in there. Not the kink. I love this whole thing with Isla Dawn. Yeah, she's a big fan. Love the other worldly characters. We got Booker T was like, somebody called the police. Like the police is going to do something when someone could just touch your ankles and you're going to throw up. Like, yeah. Great stuff. Aldon's killing her role, to be honest. She is doing a great job. She's really, really doing a great job. I think this feud between Alba Fyre, no, it's not. And that's why you give the win to someone like Isla Dawn so you could keep this going. I think if Alba Fyre won, that would have closed it off. So now they're definitely going to have a rematch because look how she won. It wasn't a clean win. She cheated. So they're definitely going to do something again. I don't know if you push it to the next pay-per-view. Well, I know the next special is supposed to be New Year's Evil. So maybe, they pick that up again, huh? We got, compared to all the moves she put out in this match, her finisher is not as impressive. Agreed. I'm not a fan of it. Like, I understand, like, there's a lot of moves and yeah. I just feel like when you have a finisher, I don't know if I finished my sentence, but when you have a finisher, it should look devastating. I just thought that was a move she hit just to be like, I have it in my arsenal. And that finished the match. So, what's going on, War Man? I'm glad to see that the Jack Pack trio is here because we're going to be the trios champions. We got, it was Papa Shango. Oh, that was Papa Shango. I thought it was Ultimate Warrior. Good job with the history. We got Finn Balor needs to stop doing Alba Dawn. He does do that, though. He actually does. He does do that because he don't does the elbow anymore. He does like the thing. Yeah, I'm done with the shenanigans. I'm done with the shenanigans, too. You know what? Matter of fact.
Hook to the leg. Styles with the win.
Once again, I want to thank George for sending me that clip. Thank you so much. We got, see, he pronounced my name right. The pronunciation allegations gotta go right now. Thank you. What we got here? Mandy can't beat Roxanne by herself. We got laughter. What if Roxanne says, okay, I challenge you, Mandy Rose, for the NXT Women's Champion and New Year's Evil? Go for it. But does she win? Because I also keep in mind that she's not done with her feud with Cora Jade. Now, she could win the championship, and then they can have a match, and the championship is on the line. But I almost feel like, do you add that championship in the match? I don't think so. I don't think you have to add the championship in their feud right now. So, I mean, you could do it, but my question is the championship involved? And that's for the chat. Our finisher is the ankle. I love me some Adrian. This guy is tremendous. He's been doing that move since New Japan. We got, wow, what a great clip. Yeah, George sent that to me. Again, stop lying. I didn't tell you that. Okay. Shay, yep, I actually saw him do that in the British Indies too. Yeah, it's a move he does. But I think when you do a move like that, but then again, you can say that same thing with the powerbomb, right? I remember back in the day watching WCW, and the two powerbomb kings for me was Scott Norton, Kevin Nash, and I think I saw Perry Saturn do a powerbomb. I said, "What are you doing still in their move? You're not Nash. Stop that." You know? I feel like I show my age when I talk about WCW. A lot of you guys probably didn't even watch WCW. We got Uzi. Jack, you lucky Shay's not there to pull the other clip. I'm glad she's not here to do that because it's very rude. We don't like rudeness on the show. So then we got to talk about New Day against Pretty Deadly. This, and I see just like the cutter. The cutter is this way overdone. Like, it's ridiculous. Matter of fact, real story. Can I tell you guys a story? Of course I can tell you guys a story because I'm good at storytelling. I was getting ready because I take the E train. And as I was making my way towards the E train, I just saw this guy hit a cutter on the guy. Like, he just grabbed him and hit him with a cutter and then hopped the turnstops. So I was like, oh, this move is really getting out of hand. We need to stop that. Shout out to my co-host because she made sure that I knew who was Pretty Deadly because I had no idea who was who. I just call him Pretty Deadly, a collective unit. But Kit Wilson and Prince, I put John. I'm just going to call him Prince. They went against the New Day, except Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. My thoughts in this match was pretty much that, okay, Pretty Deadly goes against New Day. They beat New Day, and that's a big not buckle. Sorry, I'm trying to find my words here, but it's a big deal if they beat New Day. New Day is such a legendary tag team. They have accomplished a lot of stuff. Once was the longest reigning WWE champions. Held the Raw, the SmackDown. I actually kind of forgot that they did. Oh, listen, let me ask you guys in the chat. Who was Elton Prince? Thank you. It's Elton Prince. Thank you, co-host. See, even when she's not here, we're still doing hot tag. Boom. I hope you put your hand out when I did the hot tag. You probably didn't. Oh, my question I was going to ask you. Who was the other team to win both Raw, SmackDown, and NXT champions? Tag team championship. I'm pretty sure you guys know. It's an easy thing. I'm pretty sure you guys know. But I just wanted to throw out a little trivia. This match, it was a fun match. This was fun because it had that competitive. It was competitive. Hard for me to say. It was competitive, but they also had humor. A team like Pretty Deadly, they're a team that they're really good in the ring. It took me a while to really get used to them. And what I've seen in the ring and the character work, great stuff. New Day, you know what they can do, what they can bring to the table. They have been a team. I feel like they formed in 2014. So almost 8-9 years. And this is I don't know a team that been that long, stayed together that long. Because you can't even say the Dudleys because Bubba turned on Devon in TNA, which is funny. He waited 20 years to turn on his partner. I think that's great. That's tremendous. And there was a lot of fun spots. I thought the spot that they did with the oh. Wow. I'm sorry. I actually did not realize that. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the chat, right? I asked this question and George mentioned another team, the Street Profit. No, I was just thinking FTR, but right. I forgot that the Street Profit won the NXT Championship. That's why I was stunned. Wow, good job, George. That wasn't my answer, but as you said that, you're not wrong. Good job. Round of applause for my man, the Sweaterverse, George. I did not think that. I just want to get to some of these chats real quick. H-Man, what we got? H-Man, Walterman, Shush, Queen Sawyer, don't disrespect her. They didn't disrespect her. Don't do that. They were pretty alive, then dead tonight. The New Day are Triple Crown champions. Yes. I didn't expect it. I was going to say, George, I know you're undercover Jack Packer. Thank you for sending the great grand poobah the clips. I love when there's like this argument going in the chat, but I didn't expect them to win. But I was going to say my favorite spot was when a spot that I really liked was when they did the, with the belt and like one fell, then the other fell, then the other fell, and then the other fell. And the ref is like, what the hell is happening? I thought that was funny. I thought that was going to lead to Pretty Deadly to get the win. I really expected them to get the win. So when Kofi hit like the Trouble in Paradise on the outside, and then they hit like the midnight hour or a version of it on, I didn't see which one of Pretty Deadly that they hit it on, but when they did that, I was like, oh, they're doing this. And I can see how a lot of people are like, why would they do that? So my thought here about this is that with them winning the NXT championship, they can take that to the main roster. They can, it don't even have to be a long run. They don't have to be champions for a whole year or nothing. They can hold it for a month or something like that, drop it, or a month or two and drop it. But they go on the main roster. They have the NXT championship, tag team championship, and it might make people go like, oh, they're the champs? What's going on down at this not even promotion, but this territory? I think it does something where you just put eyes on NXT, almost kind of like what Solo did. I don't see them dropping the championship like Solo did. They're obviously going to lose at some point, and whoever beats them is going to be a big deal because New Day still have that momentum about them, if you will. You know, they're still a big deal, and anybody who beats them in this legendary tag team, it's kind of a big deal. So I don't know. What did you guys think about them winning? I'm glad George mentioned Street Profit because I really forgot. We got H-Man. Yeah, right. I honestly didn't think they were going to win. I don't think anyone did. Aces and 8. Yeah, Aces and 8. What would you rank them in factions? Like that's a fun one. Let's do that. What would you rank them? Let's have some fun here in the chat because it's NXT talk. It's really only 5 matches. This is not even going to be a long show, but let's have some fun here. What would you rank them? Aces and 8s. George, you're honorary Packer. Nah, can't believe Grayson challenging Braun now. Unbelievable. George is. I've read that in the most like that was gross. We got All Hail King George. We got Eddie Guerrero's spot. That was great. I thought that was so hilarious. Eddie got to be in heaven sitting there saying like, he's probably tapping God. He's like, yo, I came up with that spot like that. That was me. And God was like, yeah, I know. You keep telling me that. So it's so cool when they do stuff like that. I just thought that was so great. Thank you, Queen Failure. I just miss that's your voice. When you gonna come on there and face me? You don't want to face me. What we got here? Did y'all see Solo? Oh my God. Saw Ruko's finisher that went crazy last night. Yeah, and on Twitter, everyone's sitting there trying to call her out. We're going to talk about that a little bit on we have an audio podcast, in case you guys didn't know. Cheap plug, the Big Pop Theory podcast. And yeah, it's impressive. It's so freaking impressive, honestly. I saw people on Twitter trying to say, oh, you stole this, you stole that. And it's so hilarious because wrestling is, a lot of these moves have been just repeated. You know? A lot of people think Goldberg made the jackhammer. It was actually, from what I understand, Dean Malenko. Shout out to Dean Malenko. I don't think he gets a lot of credit. H-Man, I did. That was impressive. It's a crazy move. It's pretty much a backflip into a cutter. It's crazy. H-Man saw that, and that was a sick move. It is a sick move. They could drop it at New Year's Eve. Oh, you talking about New Day? Okay. They could. They don't need a long run. They don't need to hold it for like a whole year. I just don't want them to drop it next Tuesday. I hate runs like that where they win a championship and then they drop it. I hate stuff like that. I'm just not a fan of that. Jeffrey, I was at work and scrolling. I utter the words WTF. I hope the New Day takes the titles to the main roster. They are, because they're main roster talent. So they're definitely going to take that. And I just think it gives NXT a little bit more eyes. Like when Dolph Ziggler won the NXT championship earlier this year, and he took it to the main roster. Oh, look, they took this to the main roster. And hell, you don't even know. Because you got to remember this too. Braun Breaker won the NXT championship from Dolph Ziggler on Monday Night Raw. Who's to say? Who's not to say? Pretty Deadly don't show up on SmackDown and win the championship. I think a lot of people also too thought in this match Imperium would interfere. I thought that kind of too. They didn't. But it's just a thought. I'm just a wrestling fan. I don't know. LOH, man. I had to watch it again. Ace and Ace wasn't that bad, to be honest, but they dragged it too long. And they revealed, and their reveals were so disappointing. I thought the story where like Bully was pretty much always sitting there saying, you guys didn't think I was a part of it, but I was. And you saw Bully each and every week getting his ass kicked because he was trying to impress Hulk Hogan and his daughter. And you know, it made you just go like, no, Bully's not involved. And then when it was revealed, Bully was in there, and he said, and then Bully called everyone stupid. And I was like, well, I mean, you know, he kind of got me now. And now he's sitting there attacking everyone. Bully is, in case you guys are not watching Impact, he's beating up people. And I said this on the Big Pop. If he wears shorts, watch out, because he's definitely going to do bad guy stuff. We got probably top 10 factions. That's big praise. Grayson Waller is not going to win he's not going to win the championship. Is that girl I've been wrestling for 6 months? I doubt she's watched Indies. Yeah, and a lot of people thought she has something to do, like she watches that. I don't think she watches anything. I think she just could do. She can freaking do it. That's why I laugh at wrestling fans. There was one guy on Twitter, and he said, "Yeah, I defended you, bro." Stop being gross on Twitter. Super kicks are repetitive. I agree. Maybe the Brutes challenge the New Days. Nah, I don't think so. Jeffrey, they ruined the super kick. Absolutely. Malik and Otis could challenge for the NXT Championship, and Pretty Deadly get their rematch. And Briggs and Jensen can go somewhere. They were very rude this week. Very, very rude. Right, H-Man? Bro, the reveals, Jay. Garrett. Yeah, I remember those. Reveals. His name is Bully for a reason. LOL. What he did to Alexander's wife on Impact. It's good to see that people do watch Impact, because I watch Impact. I tried to catch a little bit of it so when we do the review on the Big Pop, so we could talk about it. And I thought that they had an Iron Man. It was Josh Alexander against Speedball, and they really gave him an hour, like that, a whole hour. Like it was cool that they gave him an hour. But I want to say here and say thank you guys. It's Saturday night. It's 11, at least here, 11:13. And I want to say I appreciate you guys for being here, listening to me talk wrestling. You guys are so fucking, I said fucking. I shouldn't say that word. But you guys are so fucking awesome. So thank you guys for just being here. The next match, we have the males Iron Survival Challenge. Sorry, it's just a lot of freaking words. And I'm running on fumes here. I wanted to do this review with you guys, so bear with me, please, if I mess up words. I'm going to grab me a thing. That was a great match, 1 hour of wrestling. I'm the honorary Jack Packer for life. You're part of Jack Packer. You're part of the Jack Pack Trio. We're about to win the Trios Championship. Warman, me, you, and H-Man. And there ain't no trio that can beat us. Holler at your boy. Well, don't holler, because that sounds concerning, because you sound like you're in pain. But we have this match. I thought this was great. So this was the only Survivor match, Iron Survivor match I was able to catch. And I thought that they did, I thought these men went out there and they just kicked ass, bro. Like, they really went out there and just did the damn thing. JD and Axiom start. See, y'all guys used to make fun of me because I couldn't say Axiom, but look at me, Axiom. Victory juice, baby. But we have JD and Axiom kicking it off. Everyone knows about their rivalry and what started everything. JD injured Axiom. These two are kicking it off. These guys are in the ring. Axiom's entrance. What do you guys think about that stuff, right? It's they have the superhero things, like when he moves, it's like he's moving like on some Flashpoint. And I'm glad that they actually finished that movie because I think that movie's gonna be great. I'm a Marvel guy still, but I think that movie's gonna be great. Just wanted to throw that out there. And these two started up, and JD Axiom are going at it. Then Mello comes out, and I get pumped because I was like, yo, bro, you win this match. Mello, win this. Because I picked him to win. Just to throw back in the last match, I picked Pretty Deadly. So when New Day won, I was disappointed. So I'm not disappointed because I don't like New Day. New Day, I want to give them their flowers because I think they're great. But I was like, damn, I didn't pick you, bros. So I was already like, damn, bro. But Mello comes out, and he just starts kicking ass. He gets the pin, I believe, on Axiom, right? Sorry, I didn't take major notes here on that, but he does pin somebody because he gets a win. But I do want to talk about Grayson. Yo, Grayson I was telling Cap earlier, right? So 2001, right? I was in 8th grade. And we had the Undisputed. This was to make the crown the first ever Undisputed champion. So you had Rock against Jericho and Austin against Kurt Angle. Austin won. And I remember in school, everyone just said, oh, yeah, no, Rock or Austin's going to win. I was a huge Jericho-holic fan. As you guys could tell when I'm on air, I think you guys could tell there's a little bit of Jericho in me. I didn't expect Jericho to win. So the next day when they said Jericho was Undisputed champion, I said, yo, let's go. And I won't say his run was the best, but I was happy for my boy from Winnipeg. So Grayson Waller, I had no thought that he was going to win. I said, oh, he's in there. And I thought the ingredients in this match was great. You have JD Madonna, Axiom, Carmelo Hayes, Grayson Waller, and wow, why didn't I put my man's name down here? Joe Gacy. I'm so mad I did not put his name here. So I thought the ingredients were great. All these men were really out there kicking ass. When Gracie came in and he pinned both Axiom and JD, I said, whoa, you could do that? Like 2K23, when they make this match, I already know I'm going to have a hard time in this because I'm having a hard time in the Money in the Bank. Like, it's stupid. Rey Mysterio gets on my nerves. So when people say, why do you boo Rey Mysterio? Why not? Hashtag stop it, Ray. Let's get that hashtag growing and going. Stop it, Ray. Does anybody like Rey Mysterio anymore, by the way? Because it seems like everyone wants to fight him. What did he do to Karrion Kross? Can we just say that? Like, what did he do? Like, was it when they were catering and he took the last meatloaf? Like, what happened? I don't know. I can't wait to hear the storyline. We got I got George. He says, I like Axiom's entrance. We got thanks H-Man. I'm glad that the Jack Pack trios like this were a unit. Axiom's entrance thought I was high. Was you high? Don't be high watching that. That's not good. We got Boo. I never liked Jericho being undisputed. Not a lot of people did. But I loved Jericho growing up. Jericho was one of my faves. I mean, from everything that he's done, like I love the wrestler that went from this brand. I mean, he has a matter of fact. Let me throw this out here to you. I was listening to a podcast and they said, would you consider Chris Jericho a GOAT? So let me ask you guys that. Do you consider Chris Jericho a GOAT? He don't have to be your GOAT, but is he a GOAT? Like, absolutely. He's not my GOAT, but that's definitely a GOAT. I want to hear you guys in the comments. We got JD, got no pins. He got no pins. He got nothing. We got Trunks. Trunks, was it 75,000, 619 the GOAT. Is he? He gets on my nerve in 2K. Rey Mysterio is my favorite wrestler. He's your fave? Yeah, okay. Poor Ray. Yeah, Ray always right there. Stop it, Ray. Boo. Absolutely. We got H-Man. Chris Jericho is in my top 10 list easily. I just feel like he's so great. I mean, you could say right now he's older. He's not the same guy. But I think about that sometimes I think about a match of if you had Chris Jericho in 2003 against AJ Styles in 2016, I would say, even 2014, because I did like when he came back from that hiatus in TNA and he had like that. He was running on his own. He was like Evil Ways AJ Styles, I'll call it, if you guys remember. I think that could have been some really good stuff. We got Jeffrey says, yeah, Jericho's up there. We got, yes, Jericho is a GOAT. His body of work is crazy. I agree. I see that. I'm gonna highlight that. I appreciate that. Tiki Knox back in WWE and now teaming up with Liv Morgan, and they have a shot at the Women's Championship, Tag Team Championship. Yeah, I saw. We got also Chris Jericho beat up. He did, and he taught him a lesson. And see, my mother's a fan of, I won't say the name, and it bothers me. And that's why, H-Man, I know you have respect for Mama Bad Guy, but open the door for Mama Bad Guy. She's out of the Jackpack community. We gotta teach people a lesson. Chris Jericho is easily the GOAT we got here. And Chris Jericho versus China. It's funny when you hear the backstory about it. And like, I think Jericho had a hard time because he's fighting a woman and he had to try to make it work and make it believable. And I think he did a great job. I mean, I just think Jericho was just, come on. How can you not like Jericho? I mean, I could get if you don't like Jericho, but Jericho's my guy. I just want to throw out there. But let me get to this match. I apologize going through all these different tantrums and stuff like that. But it was going to be a fun show. I wanted to talk wrestling with you guys. But yeah, Grace is getting the pin. Eventually we have Joe Gacy comes out. He does Joe Gacy. I'm sorry, I had the hiccups here. Yes, George. Yes. We have to teach people a lesson here in the Jackpack community. I had someone tell me the other day, stop kicking people out. And I said, no. But she's allowed to come back eventually. But Mama Bad Guy got to be taught a lesson. Don't tell her I said that, though. No one go to her. She's very, her finisher is the Harlem clothesline. I've had that a few times in my life, and it's brutal. You never kick out. So no one tells her. But Gacy gets the win. He pins Axiom. And I gotta give my man credit here, man. This guy, as he goes in the match, right? When he gets the final pin, he pins Axiom, who was a total loser in this match. Like he was like so. What's this hashtag Mama Bad Guy? She's not on the show. I'm on the show. Can we get a bad guy hashtag? Come on. Why am I always getting outshined by Mom? I'm going to tell her, like, you outshine me on my own show. But he was so smart, Grayson, on when he got the final pin. And Mello is now scrambling. And I think this is what makes this match so good, right? This match was the urgency. The urgency was the last minute. And these guys are really trying to scramble to get the last pin. You know, everyone's running. Everyone's scrambling. Everyone's trying to do all that. And I thought that was great. I was talking to my co-host about this, and I sat here and said, the only thing is, so, okay, you get 25 minutes. Every 5 minutes, someone comes out. So whoever comes out last, they got to really work their ass off to make up. So if I made the joke, I said, if Goldberg was in this match, he probably would have already pinned all four men. And he might have had like a pin of like his score might have been like freaking 10-0. You know, so I'm sitting there saying, you know, if you come out first, you have an advantage. But I think it makes it cool because it gives me that Royal Rumble feel in a way. Because in the Royal Rumble, think about this: you want to come out number 30 because you're fresh. Everyone has been in the match for an hour. You could easily just tug people over and stuff like that. Even though I think we only had like 2 people to win number 30, which is Undertaker and John Cena, if I'm correct. But if you come out last, you're working so hard. And I think later on you can implement, like, if you lose, you come out last. You know, I don't know. I think there's a way to do it to make it feel like you have a disadvantage. Because if you come out last, it's a huge disadvantage. You have 5 minutes to really like kick ass. And hopefully you do. Grayson gets the pin. He wins. Him pulling people out the ring. I said, I hated it. I was so mad because I picked Mello. But I thought it was ingenious. I didn't like him drinking out of the shoe, dude. Like, I'm gonna be quite frank with you guys. I don't know what you guys are into, but I'm not into drinking out of shoes. And him drinking out of the shoe, I said, I kind of threw up. Not cool, Waller. I begin to wonder if what was happening here. We got George. He says, "Did you guys see the guys super kick JD at the same time?" Yeah, they jumped JD. They did jump JD. I didn't know it was super kick. I thought they were just like pounding on him, beating him up, pounding on him. I'm just gonna say pounding on him. Jack, how about both our moves be the spear and the Usos one and done move? Oh, we could do the 1D. The 1D. Let's go. The 1D. I was thinking we could do. I was a Hardy Boy fan growing up. You could do the twist of fate, and I could do the Swanton Bomb. How's that? When they all super kick JD. I almost said Jay-Z. If they super kick Jay-Z, he wouldn't feel nothing. His lips were just sitting here and say, I'm never going to do a solo show again. Jeffrey, yeah, that was awesome. That was sick. The shoey. Well, you got me popping. Like, that was nasty. That was not good. What was happening? I begin to wonder, like, is that how y'all celebrate in Australia? I never drunk out of a shoe. I'm just saying. I don't know. So wrong. JD was the workhorse of the match and got no win. Sick. She was sick because I heard her making tea in the background. She's being downplayed. And we got Shay. JD's head was the target. I hope JD's head got fixed after all those super. I hope those guys' foot is okay. Y'all guys are worried about JD's head. JD is fine. JD probably said, like, this is freaking Tuesday to me. Matter of fact, you know what made me laugh? I know you guys like to hear when I talk nonsense. That's why I'm on air. You know, I talk wrestling. Might sing a Disney tune. I can't think of a Disney tune. But he does a headbutt, right? And I said, he listens to the show. JD McDonough, I know you listen to Unpopular View, the NXT Edition show, because I know for a fact you've heard me plenty of times talk about that box head. I even had to ask Sawyer. I said, hey, you know what a cereal box is? To which I got told, like, you know, what the hell is your problem? And I said that to say because his head looked like a cereal box. But image a cereal box, but cement. So that super kick, he felt nothing. It's practically like Superman who's been in the sun for 10 years. Nothing. JD McDonough not getting the pin. It was surprising. Got nothing. But he looked good. And it looked like he's going to continue his feud with Axiom. Joe Gacy was out there too. I thought he looked good. He did some really great stuff there. And you know, I'm really proud of all five men. All five men really went out there. Honestly, I just thought this was the perfect ingredients in this match. So shout out to all five guys in there, and a round of applause. Grayson, I did not see winning. Grayson was when Jericho won the Undisputed Championship. Except I was happy when Jericho won the Undisputed Championship. And then the next night he beats Austin. I was like, because I was scared for my boy. He went against Austin. You know, they love Austin. I said, damn, Jericho about to fucking freaking lose. I was surprised that he won. So I'm gonna move on to the main event. I'm going to sit here and say thank you guys for watching this review. I'm not done. We got one more match. You guys are awesome in the chat. I see you guys pretty hot in the chat. The head slander is sick. No, it's not. We got laughter. I agree. I agree with Queen Sawyer because I can't think for myself. Hey, what do you want, Mama Smurf? Now, shut up, George. Thank you, George. Ugh. You're welcome. I acknowledge you. Smurf stuff. This is a lot of small stuff going on. Go fight King. in the subatomic universe or whatever's going on in Ant-Man 3. Nah, it'd be confusing with Five Guys restaurant, which is pretty good. They have really good, not cheese fries. There's certain fries that they have. Forget what it is, but it's really good. I like it. When I have a cheat day, it's really it's Five Guys is good. It's giving hater. We got the main event. I wanted to say thank you, but Shay ruined it. Everyone, hashtag Boucher. We got Apollo Crews against Braun Breaker. This match started off really slow, but I thought it picked up at the end. There was this weird scenery with Apollo. I love me some Apollo. You know, Apollo is great. I'm really happy that he's just having a moment and getting a chance to shine. He's someone that I just want to win. Like win, not even just championship, win meaning have a really good career. I'm a fan of Apollo. I knew he wasn't going to win, but I just know like, hey, this is going to be a great showing for him. For a lot of people who are not familiar with stuff, that NXT crowd, and they've seen a lot of stuff of what Apollo can do. But I just felt like this was a great test for Apollo. This match, they're both even. They both was evenly matched. Strength, speed. Braun didn't have the vision. You know, he didn't. Oh, we got this going. Let's get that going. Hashtag Boucher Boo. Let's do that. Hashtag Boucher. Let's do this. This is what I'm talking about. This is why the Jetpack community is so strong. Do you see that? These are the biggest arms in all of UPR right there. The biggest arms right there. Right there. You're seeing it right there. The biggest. That's why I do a push-up a day. Just so I could be in top physical shape. Take that, Bruce Wayne, because you are not the best. But the matches, they're both evenly matched. Slow, but then it picks up in the middle, which was some really good stuff here. And I did like the spot where Apollo hits Braun with his own move. You know, the military pressure to the slam. And then Braun kicked out, which was pretty gross. I put gross. But it was good. I liked Apollo busting out the frog splash. It gave it like that low down. If you remember when D'Lo used to do the frog splash. So that was pretty cool. And I mean, I thought both guys really went out there and did a good job. Braun was going to win. I mean, Apollo was not destined to win this, but I just sat here and said, this is just good for him. He needs this opportunity. And I thought both men did a great job. And I would ask you guys in the chat, we had 5 matches. I don't know if I asked earlier, but I didn't see it. But I apologize, hiccups, but what was your favorite and least favorite match? And, when I was talking earlier off air, I was like, I could see how this was the weaker match. But I felt like towards the middle, it really picked up and it really got to a place of this wasn't so bad. What was that close-up of Apollo, though? So that was him having his Raven Baxter moment. So he pretty much was like, it's kind of weird when I do it, right? It's very weird. You probably thought like, hey, Jack, are you all right? I'm good. But he does that, and I guess he said like, boom, he had a vision that he won the championship. Meanwhile, the people in the NXT crowd probably said, yo, is he good? And someone call 911 right now. Look at this joke right here. That's not funny. That's not funny. You really wrote that and you thought it was funny. That's so Apollo. Oh, look at this. Look at this. And Queen Celia, I was just thinking that it's funny, right? Ugh. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. But Apollo, he takes the L. Hashtag Apollo was robbed. And Braun, he does Braun things. He raised the belt. He lifts his armpit up, and all of Florida started to stink. And right after that, Grayson Waller turned to baby, and he hit the Grayson. I don't know what he calls it. Is it the Grayson Waller effect? I don't know what he calls that. But the stunner, which is a funny stunner. I was saying off air, like, dude, like most people kick someone in the gut, hit a stunner. Homeboy got to hit a roll and then stun you. Grayson Waller is going to get his opportunity against Braun Breaker. And it's interesting to see this because I think about last year. They mentioned how last year Braun Baker. Yeah, Braun bakes now. Hashtag Braun Baker. He's baking bread. He's barking at the bread. He makes the bread. He says, "Dad, the bread is ready." I'm so embarrassing. But Braun Breaker, Grayson Waller were in the war game. Same thing with Carmelo Hayes, and now he's facing Carmelo Hayes. So I just think that's out. No, he's not. I mean, eventually, I think they're gonna get there. I'm sorry, I apologize. But Grayson Waller, and it's just something to give. And I sit here and I go, matter of fact, that I would even go as far as saying, because I really thought Melo was going to win, but I said maybe you save that for, if it's not Vengeance Day, maybe you save that for that WrestleMania weekend when they do Stand and Deliver. I believe they do. I know one year they did 2 nights, but I don't know if they went to one night. I forget. So in the chat, please help me out here. Yeah, I think they're going to save that match for something. And I think that's actually pretty brilliant. Well, you could say that instead of shooting your load right now, you could just save that for something later on. Have Grayson go out there. Grayson go and have that match. Braun destroys Grayson. No one sees Grayson. I don't think anyone sees Grayson winning. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be something. It's going to be great. And the promos between them, because Braun's going to do Braun stuff, and Grayson's going to have the Waller effect, and all these things. So I sit here and go like, it should be an interesting thing. So that was pretty much the NXT review show. I hope you guys had fun, because I had fun with you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm going to get into the chat real quick before I call it a night. But we got he had a vision. We have George. You are saying that like it's a bad squad. We got laughter. We got Georgia share getting on Jack. They are. I'm getting NXT DeadLine. I'm giving NXT a solid B. It was pretty good. That's great. What do you guys give it? I thought I could go with what George is saying, and I don't like agreeing with George, because he does small people stuff. But I think B is a really good ranking. So good job, George. Pull together, Jack. Come on, Jack. I'm here. Apollo was robbed. Hashtag Apollo was robbed. Boo. Boring Braun. Braun's really not boring. I think he's really, really great. A matter of fact, I'll even go as far as saying the stuff that he did with the fishing to show some layers to him. Good job. I don't know whose idea it was, but good job on that. We got Grayson Waller is not a face. That was a heel move. George always think he's saying something smart to me. No, it was a baby face move, Lewis. Boo Grayson. How are you going boo Grayson Waller? Just call him boring Braun. Jesus. You guys are not Braun fans, I see. Braun Baker, funny. Good one, Jack. Good one. I appreciate that. My humor. I'm going to do stand-up. And it's going to be funny because I'm going to be sitting down. Grayson's not winning. He's going to get dominated. Oh, so this guy's clearly reading my script. You didn't give me a chance to say that. We're going to never hear the end of Grayson. I'm calling him Grayson. Grayson talking about it. No, we're not. They should do a fatal four-way with the war game teams and Stand and Deliver. But the thing is, they have something already with Tony D. I mean, granted, that's a few months, but I couldn't see that. But maybe eventually he does get in the ring with Braun, and I think that would be actually kind of interesting. Grayson with the promos. Grayson would carry promos. I agree. I'll give it a B. We got Sawyer with an A, and we got Walter with an A. Listen, guys. Oh, we're almost at an hour. I think this was a good, solid stream. I want to thank you guys so much. I know I keep saying thank you, but I want to really thank you because you guys are the backbone of UPR. This is a growing thing, and you guys come in, show up. I get the hashtag Jackpack Community, and you guys show up not even just for the NXT. Oh, who was that lady? So there's rumors that it's Tiffany Stratton. Is it Stratton? Stratton? I think it's Stratton. But I want to thank you guys for just joining me. I hope you had fun. Oh my God, I have a cold. I'm gonna have to drink some tea. And we're gonna end it here with I would crush Roman. You kidding me? The Jackpack Community is gonna crush the Bloodline. I would one-shot Roman, win the championship, and then go on vacation, have a taco, then on Tuesday take a nap, and then on Wednesday, oh right, I have to watch the challenge. And then that's about it. And then I'll take another nap. But let me do these plugs, right? I need to plug shows. Monday, I'm not gonna put the screens, but you already know. Mondays, 6 p.m. You can catch Perfect Plex Radio Talk. You can catch Mike Knox. He's on there. It's for the intelligent wrestling fans. You could catch me and the Captain, aka Captain Jack, on Tuesday nights, and we review NXT right after it goes off the air. And then also on Wednesday, you have All Elite Wrestling. You can catch All Elite Couple. They review Dynamite right after Dynamite go off the air. Also on Wednesdays, just before Dynamite, me, Mike Knox, and Shay Sawyer, we review The Challenge. It's around 9:30. It's a great time. And Thursday, we don't have nothing. UPR Entertainment, we are doing Christmas movies. So I believe we're doing it Tuesdays and Thursdays. But if you follow all social media platforms, you'll know when these things happen. And I think that's all the plugs. I believe next week, my co-host that I do UPR battles with, we should be bringing UPR battles back. And we're going to be on Instagram Live. And I think that's all the plugs. And also, we have a podcast. I don't think I put the links in here, but it's the Big Pop Theory podcast. We're going to do a recording tomorrow, and it should be up later that night, or it should be on Monday. So it's a fun time. It's a great time. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. But I am going to call it a night. I am going to continue to drink this victory juice. And I sit here and say, folks, thank you for tuning in. And I say, be safe and have a great night. Bye. Yo, you guys in the chat were freaking awesome. Thank you for watching. And I sit here and say, folks, that's all, folks.